I mean, okay, so I'm going to take things back to just like you growing up in BC, young sweet boy. When like
Sure.
you kind of did everything. You played hockey, you played rugby, you were into like different mixed martial arts. How did
Yeah.
you tell me about all of the sports that you were
So yeah,
playing
I
and like
mean,
what
as a
you
kid,
gravitated towards?
as a kid in high school, I played all the sports. I did the rugby, football, lacrosse, hockey, all that. But I was really like, I was in the drama club too. I went out for the school plays and the school musicals, and it found this
Wait, are
love for
you
the
can do
theater.
musicals?
Okay, so this is a scoop that I don't think anybody else knows about me, and it's probably
Okay.
going to be all online after this. But so my grade 10 production of Grease, I played Danny Zuko,
Oh my
the lead.
gosh.
So kind of a funny story behind it. This girl that I had a crush on at the time, she had an amazing voice, and she was like the front runner to play Sandy. And in my mind, I'm like, what a perfect icebreaker. If I went out, I got the
Yes.
role of Danny. I mean, I'm in.
I
So
mean, there's literally films made about this of like, well, I
I
got to be in the
know,
play so that I can hook up with the
I
girl that I
know,
like.
I know. I'm such a hopeless romantic too. And I went and like for my audition song, I sang uh the Mr. Burns cover of Be Our Guest, See My Vest. But I'm not a good
Like
singer in it.
my
Like I've got a
loafers,
tin air
former
former
go.
gophers. It was that skin my chauffeurs, but a greyhound for tuxedo would be best. Okay.
Oh my
But
God,
I
that's
got a tin
what a
ear.
weird choice. That's so funny.
Just because it's the only song I had like memorized that I couldn't butcher. You can't butcher that song. It's so easy. So lo and behold, I get the part, and okay, so like now I'm actually really putting myself out there. I'm going to be in a play where I'm singing, and yeah, oh yeah, and in the theater version of Grease, Grease Lightning is a Kaniki number, so I didn't get to sing the cool song. I was so pissed.
Oh my God. Did you get to wear leather pants at least? Did you get to wear like the
Yeah.
outfits?
Oh, I had the outfit, the
Mhm.
hair,
What
yeah, the
happened with the
singing,
girl?
dancing, all that. Yeah, she dumped my ass going into our senior year. Grade 12, broke my heart. Oh,
Yes. Oh
it
my
hurt real bad,
God.
but it all worked out for the best. And I
Yeah.
just, of course, I became a pro wrestler because theater and being an athlete in sports. I mean, it's those worlds mesh together. That's what pro
Mhm.
wrestling is. It's
Yep.
four-sided theater with ropes, essentially. So I think that's kind of where a lot of I can kind of explain sort of everything about me. Yeah, and then I just found a total respect and love for performing and the whole like just the art form of it all and the performing arts. And I had an amazing drama teacher and just really and my sister was into all that stuff and she really inspired me to chase that as well and just not to have any shame because as a kid like you're on the sports teams, oh, you're going into the play. Look at this
Yeah.
guy's in the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm in the play. I loved it. So
It's so funny. I was kind of drew that comparison as well because I sort of roundaboutly like through happenstance wound up in professional wrestling. But like I had studied acting and I was doing acting classes and taking voice lessons and all of those things. Like that's what I was so drawn to. But I also played a ton of sports growing up. And then I was working for a sports network and I'm talking sports. So then when I wound up in WWE, I was like,
perfect fit.
it's all the things that I love all under
Yeah,
one roof. And it's crazy how like you don't think of like at the time I would have never thought that all of those paths would have led me to this one thing. But then lo and behold, it all just kind of syncs up in one
right.
place. It's
And
so
when
cool.
when NXT got its TV deal, there was something that Hunter said that I loved when he compared NXT to the main roster. And he said NXT was like the Broadway show. It's where the real performers get out there. They got the chops, they can act, they can sing, they can dance, they can do it all. And there's no special effects. There's no big budget blockbuster movie special effects that's hiding it all like a Raw or SmackDown would be. I just thought that was such a
Mhm.
great
That
analogy
is really
and
cool.
really rang true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I remember Hunter saying something like that before, like reading something about that and hearing that analogy, and I thought that that was a really cool idea as well. And I really do think like that's what Hunter was really trying to achieve with
I
NXT, and
think so.
it's sad to see that go away because I do really
Mm-hmm.
feel like he was onto something with that, and there really was a heartbeat to what NXT was. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, with you having this like musical theater background and this like big fun personality, you're so serious in your in as like Kyle O'Reilly. Do you feel like
Yeah.
there's ever that part of this version of you that wants to like bust out?
I think there's a little bit of it that kind of would pop out in situations where I'm comfortable, I guess. Like
Mhm.
when the Undisputed Era was just this gang of douchey frat boys where I could kind of throw myself out there and be that kind of goofy
Yeah,
kind of guy. But so much of wrestling is kind of, I guess we all have anxieties and confidence issues, and so much of wrestling is just yourself dialed up to 11. And
yeah,
it's, I guess, still hard for me to really to be Kyle O'Reilly, Kyle Greenwood, even if it is an elevated version of him.
mhm,
Whereas, you know, if like I was a Danny Zuko, oh, I'm just playing a character, so I can just go
sure,
all in on this guy and just
yeah.
make it as fun as possible, right? Uh, yeah, maybe, I guess I'm still trying to find that balance. Like so much of wrestling is throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Sure.
And I still don't think I found the formula of what this finished product of Kyle O'Reilly is gonna be. This forever is going to be a work in progress.
Of course. And I mean, you
Yeah,
still have like you've got so much of your career still ahead of you. And it's fun to think of what those moments of discovery are going to be, or like what these evolutions of what Kyle O'Reilly are going to be. And
yeah,
that's still ahead of you. That's
yeah.
really exciting. And it's exciting to like acknowledge that instead of being like, oh, instead of like the other way around of like, in hindsight, I wish I had done this. I wish I could have, done X, Y, or Z, that you still have that all laid out in front of you. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's neat.